apologies, we're experiencing some technical difficulties. But we'll go Sans guitar amplification.
Kia ora koutou katoa. Thanks Bronwyn Ture and Jay Than from our neighbours Circa Theatre, another exceptional Wellington organisation celebrating 45 years of creative contributions to Wellington this year. My name is Saab Johal and I will be your MC this evening for the 23rd Annual Business Awards for the Wellington region. And it's great to see such innovative and exciting business activity from the Wairarapa, Kapiti Coast, Porirua, Upper Hutt, Lower Hutt, and Wellington once again this year. This is our traditional announcement function for the Wellington Gold Awards and our 10th year hosted at this wonderful, iconic venue on Wellington's waterfront. Thanks to Te Whariwaka and ANZ Bank once again for being our hosts. There have been over 1,000 businesses recognised and acknowledged as Gold Awards finalists in the past 22 years. And tonight, another group will be announced as our class of 2021. And we salute you all for your hard work, risk-taking, commitment, and dedication, and for creating so many important and useful jobs in our community, particularly at this time of worldwide uncertainty. A few housekeeping comments that I need to get through before we carry on. As seasoned Wellingtonians, you know the earthquake drill: drop, cover, and hold if the earth starts to shake. If a tsunami is deemed likely, then please exit up Taranaki Street to Pukeahu, the War Memorial. It's about a 10 to 15 minute walk. There are COVID QR scanner codes everywhere. Please don't forget to check in tonight. And there are fire exits here, just down the stairs out the back here, and down the stairs out to the front. And we congregate at Odin's Plaza for that if we need to evacuate. Now, first up here to join me at the front today, it is my pleasure to welcome the chair of Te Whariwaka, a Gold Awards kaumātua since 1999, and a significant Wellington leader. Please give a very warm welcome to Liz Mellish.
Kia ora, Sab. I haven't been called a kaumātua before, but I know I have the hair for it. Kia ora. Ina mana, ina reo, ina rau rangatirama. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. How lovely to see Te Raukura, the Whariwaka, full of business people and business leaders of the Wellington region to Upoko o Tika. I hope you have a great night tonight, and for all those businesses that are involved tonight in seeing if you're in the finalists, I wish you all well and look forward to, of course, the celebratory night when you do get your gold awards. I just want to thank John Dow and Gail Page for all the work that they do, and Phil, who sits in behind but really does do some commanding things. So welcome everybody, have a good night, and I look forward to hearing the finalists being announced. Kia ora.
Kia ora, and thank you, Liz. Next to speak with you tonight is our guest from ANZ, a long-standing Senior Gold Awards sponsor and supporter. Please put your hands together for John Bennett.
Tēnā koutou katoa, and welcome to another year of the Gold Awards Finalists event. COVID-19, lockdowns, labour shortages, increased costs, border closing, international markets closing, supply chain disruptions. They're just some of the challenges that our businesses have faced over the last 12 to 18 months. And that's all in addition to the normal challenges of running a business. And yet, despite that, the business sector across the Wellington region continues to thrive. The businesses we're celebrating tonight are testament to the hard-working, innovative, creative, and smart business people that we have in the region. But no business operates in isolation, and it's important that we all take a collaborative approach to achieving success. At ANZ, we see the value of business partnerships every day and the success that they deliver, whether that's with similar businesses, advisors, suppliers, customers, even banks. We're proud to be able to support events like this tonight and celebrate with all of you the great businesses that we continue to have across the Greater Wellington region. So I'd just like to say congratulations, not just to all the finalists here, but every business that we have in the Wellington region. Thank you.
Kia ora, and thank you, John. To say it's been a tricky year is to understate things mildly. But while the rest of the world has been struggling with the pandemic in somewhat different ways to how we have been experiencing COVID-19 here in New Zealand, we've been tested in other ways. For many, business and how we do it has changed. And that's flowed on to how we experience the workplace and the work we do. I've heard this so many times in the work that I've been doing around the country myself, and I've also seen how people are adapting to this changing world, and perhaps our changing futures too. To talk more about this theme, please welcome to the stage our next guest for the evening, your Mayor, Andy Foster.
And a whānau Poneki, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Look, it's great to be able to see you all here, or at least those of you who I can see here, because this is a fabulous gathering. This is what we do in Wellington. We come together as a community, so many different communities. We come together to celebrate each other's success and the things that we do as a community, and that being as a community, that makes us so much the stronger. You've already heard a lot about this. This has been a very, very tricky year. It's been a very, very tricky year for all of us. But what I see in this room is courage. I see the courage for people to get up in the morning, to take on the challenges, to take on the changes that are in front of us, and to conquer those changes, to adapt, to pivot is the word that we used a lot last year. But I see that in this room. And the Gold Awards are a celebration of the best and brightest of Wellington. That's been the way it's been all along. I want to pay a big tribute to John and his team and all the people that go to make this happen. I mean, look at all the sponsors around there. They are part of the Wellington community who help make an event like this happen. So this is a tribute to you, and I'm really looking forward to the actual awards later on in the year. But as I said, I want to pay tribute to the courage that you all have in getting up and making things happen. It's the courage to take on change, the courage not to be defeated by that, and we know that change is going to continue. It's not just about COVID, but it's about the changes which we constantly face, and we will continue to face in our community. We are a city where a lot of people, every person that gets up in the morning is there to make a difference, whether it's our nurses who are out on the street today, asking for some changes, whether it's the frontline staff that have looked after us, whether it's in the MIQ area, the police, the defence services, all of those people, the supermarket workers, every one of them has made a difference in helping to keep us safe. But it's also our teachers, our hospitality workers. We were at a meeting this morning about the hospitality sector who have pivoted. They've put up a new event to help get people coming here and enjoying our hospitality sector and keeping people employed and keeping our events going as well. Those things are all about courage to change and to make a difference every day. And I just wanted to share just a few quick things, because there are some of the things which we're going to see over the next few weeks, the next few months. We will see vaccines rolled out, so we are being able to be kept safer. We will see creativity and innovation. We will see resilient buildings and infrastructure. The great work that was done just down the road in Jervois Quay, where in the space of 3 days, a piece of work that should have taken 5 or 6 weeks was done just like that. Disruptive, but we got it done. But together, we will work together to plan for a better tomorrow. We will adapt to climate change, we'll adapt to ageing population, we'll adapt to technological change. That is what we do, that is courage, that is pivoting, and I think that is what the Gold Awards is all about. Being able to get up in the morning to make a difference, and that is what you all do. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Resilience. It's a word we hear a lot these days, and particularly in the next few minutes. Simply put, it's the ability of something to bounce back when it comes up against another force. If you're a ball, for instance, that force might be the floor, a boot, or a cricket bat. For people, on the other hand, the force they come up against might be, well, possibly those same things, but also daily life. Because daily life can often throw some curveballs, and sometimes spectacularly so. Earthquakes, fires, plagues and pestilences just keep on coming. And we keep on coping, bouncing back and getting better at it. The past couple of years have seen a lot of resilience with COVID-19. And although we've got away so far relatively lightly compared with some places around the world, the resilient and innovative Wellington community has come back remarkably well in dealing with the new post-COVID environment. As a country, New Zealand has led the way in COVID management, and that's been acknowledged internationally.
Lockdown, and the Prime Minister has been praised for making the hard decisions early.
The Asia-Pacific region has been hit hard, and New Zealand's hosting of the APEC 2021 year will go a long way, a long virtual way, in helping the region to chart a sustainable and inclusive economic recovery. Keeping calm and carrying on isn't enough. Let's add another line to that T-shirt. Keep calm, carry on, and plan for the future. Whatever shape that future's going to take. And that involves some pretty smart thinking. Tonight we're applauding some Wellington organisations for their resilience and innovation through thick, thin, up and down. They are... In the midst of lockdown, Kapura, Wellington's largest and fastest growing hospitality group, became a 20-hour-a-day food logistics company, preparing and delivering over 200,000 meals and grocery boxes to thousands of people in need. Post-lockdown, they doubled down on their efforts to support community groups like Everybody Eats, turning unwanted supermarket food into koha meals, and Big Buddy, which mentors boys without dads. And then there's Kapura's contract with Healthy School Lunches, which sees over 7,000 healthy filling lunches delivered daily in the Hutt Valley and Porirua. That's not all, but it's all we can fit in here. Online learning has been a great option for many students at Te Herenga Waka, Victoria University of Wellington, but last year it became a necessity, for a while, for everyone. Like Wanaka-born professional skier Finn Ballou. Trapped overseas training, he was able to continue his graphic design courses thanks to his professor, Zach Dodson, green screening his key lectures. Now the campus is back to face-to-face study. Over 650 students overseas still log in to learn, thanks to faculty dedication to delivering compelling education regardless of format. It's fair to say that technology has played a huge part in the way we've got back on our feet. Wellington cloud software company Mobi2Go has worked flat out for the last 18 months, from helping customers get to grips with the basics in the early days of level 4 lockdowns, to getting thousands of restaurants around the world up and running with online order and delivery systems, all the while managing to develop new ways to run its own business and hiring staff to cope with the unprecedented growth. Resilience is often talked about in sport, but one team has walked the walk more than most recently. The Wellington Phoenix had a very challenging time last season, locked up for a while in Sydney hotels away from everyone. COVID lockdowns and travel restrictions saw the team relocate and quarantine not once but twice, once to complete the season and then on their return. Season 2021 saw more challenges. The club's commitment and character really put to the test again, with the Phoenix relocating to Wollongong for pre-season and then almost the entirety of the season. Despite all of the not insignificant challenges, the team played a very attractive and effective brand of football, pushing hard to make the playoffs, with the spectacular one-off recent home game at Sky Stadium drawing 24,000 passionate fans, the largest A-League crowd of the whole season, and won the hearts of sports lovers throughout the country.
For amazing businesses who have done amazing things with courage and resilience over the last year, I think they all deserve a big hand, and then I'd like you all to come up. Get them in reverse order. That shows we've got to be flexible too. Jamie, fantastic. Thank you for all you do. We're going to come over here for photos. Oh, we've got to do that in a moment. Who's... Come on over, we'll do the photo in just a moment. Yep. And Moby to go. Right, good stuff. Yeah, fantastic. And I'm not biased, but my favourite 24,165 reasons? Yeah, Wellington Phoenix.
Thank you very much, Andy, and congratulations to the Showcase Certificate recipients. What an incredible journey the Phoenix have taken us all on this past year. Unbeaten in their last 11 matches, winning 6 and drawing 5 and finishing in 7th place with 38 points. That's 1.46 points per game. In the 16-year history of the A-League, no team has ever picked up so many points per game and missed the playoffs until now. Incredible. So next, I'd like you to welcome the GM of the Phoenix to say a few words. Please put your hands together for Dave Dome.
Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora. It's an honour to be receiving this award with a number of our people in the same category. Kapura are actually one of our partners, Ian and Jamie. We couldn't have done the Wellington game. There was a lot of hospitality that went down people's throats on that night, and that was a lot to do with Fortune Favours and the guys from Kapura. We've also got Malcolm Gillies from NZCIS, who's also another one of our partners here. It's a fantastic room. We're extremely proud Wellingtonians. We've always said, and our owners, we have Henry Tate and James Brown, two of our owners here. We've always said we'll never change our name to New Zealand Phoenix. We'll always be the Wellington Phoenix. We're extremely proud of where we come from. We're extremely proud of our city. We wear the yellow and the black with a lot of pride. We had to play a whole season away in Wollongong. A team was there for about 6 months. I went for 2 months. It was tough. It was not easy to be away. We missed home. We came home. We got 24,000 people. Went to Auckland, got 22. Quietly and very pleased that Auckland did not beat the Wellington total, which we're very, very proud of. Like Sab says, it was the 2 largest games in the A-League the entire season. So for people haven't talked about it recently, but for a couple of years we did it really, really tough there. There was a member in the Football Federation Australia who wanted to kick us out. Our owners stuck with it. They stuck it through the thick and the thin. We outlasted him. He's gone. We're still there. And no one can now deny the Wellington Phoenix position in the league. We now own the league. We're a part owner of the league. We're there for the long haul. We're looking forward to next year being at home again, playing all our games here as much as we can back in Wellington, and having perhaps more than 24,000 there for next season. So It's an honour. Thank you, John, and all the team. It's an honour to receive this award, like I say, with all the recipients and the people in that group. I'm very, very proud. And the work that Ka Pura did with those was incredible. We didn't do anything like that. We just played football. But very, very honoured to receive this award. So kia ora. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that inspirational story. And with that, I would like to ask Bronwyn and Jathan to give us a wonderful waiate in recognition of all our Resilience Showcase recipients with a bit of a football anthemic flavour.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark.
At the end, there's a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a love. Walk on the wind, walk on the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone.
Don't miss it. Okay, show of hands, who's here for last year's event? Yeah, well, some. Yeah, well, if you were, you will certainly remember our next guest. His oration was certainly something to remember. He has promised me that he's going to stick to 3 minutes. It gives me great pleasure to welcome our next guest to the mic, the CEO of Wellington NZ. Please make your appreciation felt for John Allen.
Kia ora tātou, ladies and gentlemen. I've reflected, and many of you will have been following your stuff feed today, on the news that Wellington is the 4th most livable city in the world. A great cheer for that. The slightly depressing news, ladies and gentlemen, is the 1st most livable city in the world is Auckland. But the good news is, and it comes to this walk-on message that we've just heard, that when they last did it in 2019, The Economist found Wellington ranked 25th. So we have been rocketing, we haven't been walking, we've been running, ladies and gentlemen. We've been running on over the last period. We have been moving incredibly quickly to secure the successful space. And let me just say to you that the reason we're able to do it was seen in these last award winners. It is the passion with which we can support the Phoenix and support each other which enables us to be successful. It is the community presence that we see with Jamie and Ka Pura, their willingness to engage in our communities with people who are facing real challenges in real time with real solutions that meet the needs of their people in their place, that enable and differentiate this place. It is the underpinnings of our universities, Te Aroanga Waka, Victoria University of Wellington, Massey University, Otago University, those institutions of learning, GNS Science, those sorts of institutions like NIWA, that underpin the ability of this city to create such fantastic policy positions, fantastic innovations that underpin our ability to think and to lead into the future. and it is that wonderful Moby to Gonus. You all know that that comes from Courtney Place. Courtney Place that is occasionally derided, but not after the Poniki promise, not after action has been taken by our city, occasionally derided, but it is the centre of creativity in this city, where we are seeing such innovation. We're seeing it, if you go to Moby to Go's office and you go up one floor, I think you get to Monteau. If you go down one floor, you get to another unbelievably world-beating Wellington-based company. You know about Tapi, you know about all of these extraordinarily innovative companies like Volpara. They're changing the world and they're changing it here. And it's no accident, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got great coffee in it, because we've got great beer, we've got great food, we've got great wine. It's no accident we've got a great zoo, we've got great Zealandia. We are on. It's incredibly.
But what's even more extraordinary is that due to COVID-19, we are hosting this event entirely virtually. What is it? It's APEC 2021, and it stands for Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation. Its primary goal is to support sustainable economic growth and prosperity in the Asia Pacific region. Our goal as hosts is to create an environment where people can join, work, and grow together. To bring our inherent manaakitanga, hospitality, generosity, and support to all delegates. To facilitate and build relationships that allow us to deal with the challenges we each face, and to help turn policy initiatives into concrete results and tangible benefits for the region. And all of this is taking place on screens day and night throughout 2021. Nice to see you all. APEC is New Zealand's economic lifeblood, with 74% of our exports going to member economies and 1 in 4 New Zealanders employed in the export economy. Throughout COVID-19, APEC has already played a vital role in keeping supply chains for critical goods open and supporting our health and economic response to the pandemic. As we look ahead, our host year priorities are clear: to champion economic and trade policies that ensure a sustainable and resilient recovery from COVID, to support environmental sustainability and increased inclusion for all, and to pursue innovation in a digitally enabled recovery. But in 2021, our role as host is even more important. Last year, APEC agreed its vision for the next 2 decades. Known as the Putrajaya Vision 2040, it seeks to create an open, dynamic, resilient, and peaceful Asia-Pacific community for the prosperity of all our people and future generations. As host, New Zealand will lead APEC members in setting an implementation plan to deliver on this vision for the next 20 years. It's a big responsibility and an incredible opportunity as we join, work, grow together. Haumie, huie, tai kie.
Next up on stage this evening, from APEC 2021, please welcome Deputy Secretary at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, Andrea Smith.
E ngā waka, e ngā mana, e ngā reo huri noa, tēnā tātou katoa. Thank you very much for the introduction, Sab, and I'm rather pleased that you chose to play a video about APEC between John Allen's speech and mine, because John, as many of you may know, used to be the Chief Executive of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, so I'm very used to that level of passion and oratory. But John was, in fact, the Chief Executive of the Ministry at the time the government took the decision to host APEC. So it is actually really nice to be following him here tonight, and to know that I continue to enjoy his support now in his capacity as Head of Wellington, New Zealand, for this APEC endeavour. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really pleased to be here tonight and really pleased to see some of the best businesses in Wellington on show here. And I think it's very fitting that these Wellington Gold Awards are APEC themed. APEC is one of the most important international events that New Zealand hosts. We only get to do it about once every 20 years, so it is really a once-in-a-generation opportunity for us. And the bulk of the meetings are actually taking place right here in Wellington. and they're being beamed out virtually right around the world to the virtual delegations that are participating. So why is APEC New Zealand involved with the Business Awards? Well, most of the work that we are progressing at APEC is directly related to doing business in the Asia Pacific. Cooperation between economies can help overcome global crises. Doing so is absolutely essential for our response to and our recovery from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. APEC, as you heard in the video, is a region of 21 economies. It takes nearly 3/4 of our exports and provides more than 80% of New Zealand's direct investment. The economic impacts of COVID-19 do mean that the opportunity that we now have to host APEC is greater than it was previously. New Zealand is leading a collaborative response to the biggest economic challenge the region and the world have faced since the Great Depression. And it's our ambition in hosting APEC that the region comes together to come out of this pandemic in a more inclusive, more sustainable, and more digitally connected way. So, of course, the pandemic itself has changed the way that we are hosting. The government took the decision last year, about a year ago now, that we would host this APEC entirely virtually. And since then, the APEC team, now numbering about 100 people, has been working very closely with the New Zealand technology sector to bring about an interactive, an innovative, and a virtual APEC to the Asia Pacific region. We've now got more than 100 meetings under our belt. I bet none of you knew that, because most of you probably thought APEC was a one-off thing at the end of the year, but we host meetings right the way through the year. And we're already seeing some really good progress on APEC's important work. You will perhaps have seen over the weekend media reporting about the APEC ministers responsible for trade meeting. Among the outcomes of that meeting were commitments to speed up the cross-border flow of vaccines and related goods to fight the COVID-19 pandemic. This is progress that will actually positively impact 3 billion people in the region. So there's a really concrete piece of information that really shows the impact that APEC can have and that New Zealand can have by hosting APEC. It is really quite clear that there has never been a more important moment for the region, the APEC region, to join together, to work together, and to grow together. Haumea, huia, taikea. So I'd like to congratulate the finalists, and I look forward to further conversations about APEC as we head into the final of the Gold Awards later in the year. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. It's an exciting year for APEC and New Zealand, and we're so pleased to have APEC 2021 being managed out of Wellington this year. Next up on stage, we have a recent returnee to our shores after adventures abroad, including her amazing work for the Washington Post, interviewing more than 25 recent escapees from North Korea, and producing a major report that was published in both English and Korean. Her book, The Great Succession, The Perfectly Divine Destiny of Brilliant Comrade Kim Jong-un, was published in June 2019 and has since been translated into 24 languages. She has been our illustrious editor of the Dominion Post, part of the Stuff stable, for about 6 months now. Please put your hands together to welcome Anna Fifield.
Kia ora e te whānau pōneke, ngā mihi mahana tēnei. Thank you for that introduction, Saab. I was not expecting Kim Jong-un to take a role in tonight's awards, but yeah, when staff returned to New Zealand ownership in June last year, exactly a year ago, Sinead Boucher, the new chief executive, new owner of the company, gave us the mission of doing our bit to making Aotearoa a better place. And I think in the Wellington newsroom, things that we can do, like sponsoring these awards, are a really key part of the way that we can kind of add to our traditional role of being a public watchdog and shining a light into dark places, but also taking a role of celebrating all of the good things that are happening in our community. And so we do that with our coverage of the arts and sports and science and these things, but also business. And I have to say, as a recent returnee, I have been really blown away by a lot of the innovation that I've seen in Wellington at Creative HQ and along Courtney Place and these kind of things. So I am really thrilled that we, the Dominion Post, are able to sponsor these awards tonight. And we will be featuring many of you finalists and winners on the pages of our paper and website over the next few months. So, so thank you and congratulations to all the finalists. And I think we can announce them now.
Thank you, Anna, and to the Dom Post for being a lead sponsor of the Gold Awards. If I could invite Andy to join me up here with Anna, I'm going to ask them to now announce the class of 2021 Gold Awards finalists. This is how it's going to go. Anna will announce the category, followed by our mayor announcing each finalist. And all the finalists will appear on screen as they're announced. And I would ask you please to hold your applause until the end of each category as the finalist groups are announced. And then please, at the end of each category, go for your life and applaud. Thank you. Anna.
Thank you, Saab. So, the Creative Gold category in association with the Dinosaur Polo Club. This is for film, media, and creative content.
And the finalists on a mission to bring VR to the masses, Beyond. A full-service creative digital agency, PS Digital. Making the internet a bit awesomer every day, Resin. And delivering disruptive production technologies, The Granary. And finally, the world's newest opera company, Wellington Opera.
Okay, the next category is Cyber Gold in association with PwC. This recognizes technology creators.
And the finalists this time are empowering the delivery of great learning worldwide, Ario Software. Providing world-class technology to farmers, Farm Focus. Ensuring that every dollar of philanthropic giving does the most good, Impact Lab. Supporting researchers, designers, and information architects around the world, Optimal Workshop, and a powerful platform centralizing all essential people functions in a business, PaySource.
Right, next up we have Emerging Gold products in association with Henry. This is for companies with 10 or fewer full-time employees.
The finalists, creators of Wai Manuka, the premium non-alcoholic beverage that infuses manuka honey and lemon juice with sparkling water, 3 Maori boys. Building affordable, sustainable, transportable homes delivered nationwide, Able Spaces. A system integrator and panel builder for industrial automation of process plants and machinery, DRE Systems. Delivering meat and milk directly from the farm to the customer's door, Ekatahuna Country Meats. Popular one. An urban farm growing pure liquid yeast cultures for the craft breweries of Aotearoa, Froth Technologies. And a manufacturer and supplier of ethically made apparel and uniforms, Little Yellow Bird.
Okay, moving along to the Emerging Gold category for services. This one is in association with Duncan Cotterill and is for companies with 10 or fewer full-time employees.
And the finalists are a creative photography and videography service business operating nationwide, Latitude Creative. Hyper-organised events managers taking projects from conception to delivery, pom-pom events and marketing. Making starting business achievable for anyone and everyone. Prioritising people from disadvantaged backgrounds, Rebel Business School Aotearoa. A plumbing, drain laying and gas fitting business, Straight Flush Wairarapa. A few Wairaparites in the room. Nice to have you here. retrofitting existing homes by providing and installing insulation, Wellington, moisture barriers and insulation. An internet service provider currently building out networks in remote areas of our region, probably including the Wairarapa, Wombat Net.
The next category is Global Gold in association with ANZ, and this category is for exporters.
Get the right page. The finalists, described as promoting the best nut butter on the planet, I think you know who this is going to be, by the New York Magazine, now selling in thousands of stores nationwide, worldwide, Fix and Fog. Supplying innovative packaging options to 300 jewellery stores in over 20 international markets, Give Worldwide. A data-driven, all-in-one marketing solution for omni-channel retailers and business, Marcello. Designers and creatives of world-leading tube perforation machinery, having now sold over 235 countries, Sanpro Industries, and producing quality food for New Zealand and approximately 50 countries worldwide, Taylor Preston.
In the category of Innovation Gold, which is in association with Datacom, we have these companies which are recent inventive products and project makers.
And the finalists, developing antiviral coatings that lower the risk of transmission by decreasing the viral loadings on surfaces. Antiviral coatings by Inhibit Coatings. Offering consumers an app integrated with 5 major banks allows for tracking spending in real time, Kogo. A sensor and data analytics company allowing winemakers to accurately monitor their wine production, Marama Labs. A state-of-the-art modular containerized water treatment plant designed to support small communities, Safe Water by Lutra, and a sustainable building system set to revolutionize the way the construction industry deals with waste, X-Frame.
Right. Moving on to the Supporting Gold category in association with Becca. This one is for professional services and infrastructure.
The finalists, an online retailer for everything adult, leading conversations around sex, self-love and sexual health, Adult Megastore. That was popular. Assisting a wide variety of property and infrastructure clients to manage, realise and improve the value of their asset, Cuttress Consultants. Providing customers with end-to-end civil infrastructure construction and maintenance solutions, Fulton Hogan. Now claiming to be the most prominent real estate brand in Wellington, Lowe & Co. Realty. A specialist, fully independent information security consultancy firm, Quantum Security Services. The Positive Impact Consultancy, providing tailored business services that help make change that improves lives and the environment, the Arkina Foundation.
The next category is Vibrant Gold in association with NW Group. This category is for those in the events and hospitality industry.
Always popular. The finalists, a unique food, craft beer and entertainment destination, Brewtown Upper Hutt. Told you they're popular. An extraordinary and unique performance arts festival connecting the community and pushing creative boundaries, Cuba Duper. An independent body for physical activity, believing that this has the power to change lives, Nuku Ora. A family-operated catering company delivering a wide range of events and functions, Simply Food Catering. And a biennial extravaganza of aerial action and fantastic ground displays and activities, Wings Over Wairarapa Festival.
The Right, Green Gold in association with the Greater Wellington Regional Council. This category is recognising sustainability programs and products.
And the finalists, on a mission to empower millions of consumers globally to understand and manage their personal carbon footprint, Kogo. Delivering free-range eggs, honey, kombucha, olive oil, meat and milk from local producers throughout the region, Egatahuna Country Meats. With a focused purpose to reduce the number of chemicals used in the daily cleaning of Kiwi homes, Figgy & Co. Using 100% organic rain-fed cotton and tracing raw materials from farm to factory, Little Yellow Bird. And specialising in food packaging solutions primarily for the fresh red meat industry, Sealed Air. Sealed Air.
Right, and the final category tonight is the Team Gold Award. This is in association with Find Recruitment and honours those who are great in HR and wellness programs.
And the finalists, a project management company with a key focus on maintaining a high level of well-being on all of their sites, Bradley Project Management. With a team wellbeing project to inspire, educate and support employees with a holistic approach, Chorus. A communications consultancy aimed to help people grow their voice, mana and reputation, Mana Communications. And committed to a team growing securely value that ensures their people are supported and empowered, Quantum Security Services.
Thank you very much, Anna and Andy, and what a wonderfully diverse range of businesses from our vibrant community. As we start to wind up for the evening, on behalf of the Gold Awards, I'd like to acknowledge and thank our family of sponsors, the 2021 finalists, the hardworking judges, and you, the Wellington Region's outstanding business community. The awards night is Thursday, 29th July at TSB Arena, with 900 people in attendance once again. Details of the night will be communicated to everyone in the next few days. To play us out, I'd like to introduce another amazing Wellington creative production from Charlotte Yates, one of New Zealand's leading singer-songwriters, director, and show producer of Mansfield, in her own words. The CD was produced last year, and the world premiere concert will be presented on Monday, 14th June, at the Michael Fowler Centre. Please welcome a feature group from this concert, French for Rabbits, performing Wounded Bird.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's really nice to be here tonight. I hope you've had a lovely time, and we're going to play a nice depressing song about death to end the evening, so thank you.
In the white bed, under the green embroidered quilts, with flowers and leaves always in soft motion. She is like a wounded bird, resting on a pool, with flowers and leaves always in soft motion. The hunter threw his dart and hit her breast, hit her but did not kill. Oh, my wings, lift me, I am not dreadfully hurt. Down she drops, and once still, the kind people come to the edge of the pool with baskets. Of course, what the poor bird wants is plenty of food. Their bags and pockets were crammed almost to bursting, with dinner scrapings and scraps from the servant's lunch. Oh, how so dreadfully hurt. At night, in the wide bed, with the leaves and the flowers gently weaving in the darkness, she is like a wounded bird. Thank you.
That was absolutely wonderful. Thank you, French for Rabbits. If you'd like to make your way into the bar area now, refreshments are served. Thank you all for coming and for making this a wonderful evening. Go well, be safe, pick up a list of the category finalists on your way out through to the bar. Thank you so much.